I think growing up I was really lucky. I didn't realize it until, later in life, but my parents were always relaxed and they were doing sensible things. They built a passive solar home without a lot of money and lived very simply, and we had an organic garden, and they were doing these things naturally and weren't making a big deal about it. And I grew up studying dance and yoga, and so these things were in my life naturally. And I didn't think it would be my path, especially when it came to a career and a job and things like that. But then I noticed, friends of mine were stressed out and didn't have this kind of upbringing, didn't have these exposures and experiences, and they were intimidated by yoga. They thought they were doing it wrong, or they thought they weren't good enough to practice, or they were stressed out by the idea of having to touch their toes and always having these excuses. And the classes they went to were also intimidating to them, and they just felt like they didn't belong, and all of these, heavy things. So I started online videos with YouTube and, just hanging out with people in person. I think that's really important, to get together in groups in your communities and helping people find ways to practice yoga that were more fun, that they could connect to. So playing music really takes the edge off for people as well. If there's no music, sometimes people can get a little stressed. The main gift that yoga has brought into my life is this sense of ease and calm. Not so much a destination, but the practice of coming back to that. It's a really fantastic tool to help me dissolve stress and come back to my intention and my purpose, and a real practice of self-care as well. So it's kind of funny in a way. I feel like I have no more excuses to be happy and to live my best life, because I have all the tools to get there. So if I feel off or if I feel disconnected, I know what to do to get back. I know what the process is to get back. So it's a huge gift that yoga's brought me. Everybody is so busy, of course, and something really simple that anybody can do, I do as well. First thing in the morning, before you start to check your email and get in the shower and all those things, is just sit right up in bed, close your eyes, and bring your attention to your breath. And when you notice your attention starting to shift or drift or wander toward the tasks of the day and whatever's happening, simply guiding your attention back to your breath and knowing that's only going to last a few moments, and then you can go to your emails and go to your family and whatever is happening that day. But just having that brief moment for yourself to connect and find ease and calm can really set the tone for the whole day. I think it's about the entire atmosphere. So, even the class we're doing here today, I'll be there, as early as I can, half hour, 45 minutes early, putting on the music, setting up the mats, talking to people, getting people talking to each other. At the studios we have around the world in New York, it's very much a community. There's no pressure. People come in. We always ask how people are doing. There's no, pressure to have a deep answer to that question. It's just simply, how's your day going? Things like that. And, it gets people talking about, if they have back pain or stress, whatever it is, and really putting people in charge of their own self-care and practice. So it really kind of levels the playing field from teacher to student. It's not that, I'm sitting up here and inaccessible. I thought that would be kind of ridiculous to put myself in that position. And the people in the classes are very much equal to everybody in the room as well. So really guiding people through that process in an easygoing way. So many moments are incredibly magic. Last night there was a guy in the class at a class we did in Amsterdam, and he was older, and he wrote me a letter and he said, "I love you," and then he turned to everybody in the room and he said, "I love everybody." And he said, this practice has changed my life, and I feel so good, and I feel connected, and he just proceeded to tell the entire room his story, and it was very natural and easy. So, those moments are incredibly inspiring, and I'm in the full lifestyle of getting to be with people on a very nice way. We communicate about how we feel all the time, so it can kind of cut through any superficial boundaries of who are you and what is your job and what do you do in the world of how are you feeling, what's going on, how's your day going. So I sort of live in this area that's really nice and comfortable and connected, and it just feels great all the time. We're living in our bodies, and how we are, I think, in our bodies are how we are in our lives, and it's sort of a roadmap of what's going on. If you have tight hips, it simply could be you're sitting at the office for too long. But if you have, tight hips and shoulders and things are kind of looking like this for you in a way, it could be that you're closed off to certain things. And I never tell people, oh, you're closed off to certain things, but if you just help people open up a little bit, people come back and share these, incredible, miraculous transformations. Oh, my life opened up, I got in the right relationship, I'm doing so great in my career, all these things are happening, it's so positive, and it can simply be because they're doing this practice of evening out imbalances in a really compassionate way that's not so self-critical. I think all different ways are beneficial as well, but if somebody can come in and have an imbalance and just come to the class and attend the class, they can really figure it out for themselves in a way, which is nice.